Hi party people, welcome to Abundant Tarot for today's pick a card reading. I don't know how I want to title it yet, so we're kind of just going to be seeing like what happens if you pick option A versus option B to help with any like indecision, or if you're feeling stuck and don't know like what to go with, or if you just want more like information on what happens when you inevitably have to make the decision between whatever it is you are torn between, or like maybe you know what's going to happen and you just want confirmation. So there's a lot of ways that you can use this video to help you, so do whatever works for you. Yeah, I'll do a little breakdown. We're gonna start with an energy check to make sure that the group you are choosing like is for you, and instead of seeing like what is it that you're like torn on, I think what we're gonna do is see how you're feeling towards the situation where you're like stuck or like have to make this decision, that we're asking about, because I think that will be a lot easier to like read for, and that way you can, because like if we're seeing like what the situation is, I don't know how many people are gonna see this video. I don't know how many different things like you guys are gonna be torn between, so I think seeing how you're feeling towards a situation would just be like a much easier approach and be more concise. Yeah, so we're gonna do that with the energy check, and I'll probably use tarot and oracle cards for that, and then we're gonna get into tarot for what happens if you choose option A, and then what happens if you choose option B. And then we'll close out with some advice for what would be good for you to keep in mind as you are navigating this. So, we have 3 groups to choose from today. I'm going to be using the same tarot deck across all of the groups. So I have my little Peach Riot figures to choose from. Yay! So, first we have Gigi for group 1. Little punk rocker moment for her. And then for group 2 we have a sleeping poppy. She's so cute, look at her. And then group 3 we have pillow fight. Oh my god, I forgot her name! Frankie. Yay! She's got like a little tail. She's so cute. Okay. Yeah. So that's all I have for the intro. If you like pick a group and we do the energy check for how you're feeling towards it, and you're like, this sounds nothing like how I'm feeling towards it, then that's probably not your group, and I would try to find a different one. And then if none of them fit how you're feeling towards the situation, then there just might not be a reading for you here. So, yeah, that's all I have. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for letting me read for you. And I'll go ahead and see you in your reading. Hi, pile 1. If you chose Miss Gigi, then this is gonna be your reading. So let me put her there so you can kind of see her while we do your reading. So I went ahead and pre-shuffled some oracle cards and one singular tarot card to get a look at how you're feeling towards the situation that you're asking about, and then we'll get into tarot, and then we'll get some advice, and then that'll be your reading. So yay! Okay, let's go ahead and hop into it. So first up we have career, and then we have sun with expression, ego, self, personal power, Sunday, Leo, energy, vitality, life force, leadership, pride, health, yang, and masculinity. And then acceptance, I'm learning to accept the things I cannot change. Let's put that there. And then we have fertility, which is the Empress. Number 3. And then the Wheel of Fortune. So, actually, yeah, okay. I'm into it. There's like a lot of confidence. Like, you're probably coming to this reading seeking more like confirmation that you're making the right choice, as opposed to like, what do I do? Because like with acceptance and the sun here, there's and the freaking empress, like there's a lot of self-assurance here. There's like, you trust your intuition, you know that like you are being led to make the right decision. You trust that like the path forward for you has been properly illuminated for you. With the sun here, and with the Wheel of Fortune, it's like, it might even seem like the choice you're making is like the obvious answer, because like things are just naturally leading in that direction, things are naturally progressing in that direction. And with the career card, hey, that's really obvious. It might have something to do with your career. Just a hunch. And yeah, it could have to like do with your career. If it's surrounding people, it could be like people in your career, or just something that you like heavily identify with. Although I'm kind of just leaning towards like, it probably just has to do with like where you're headed in your career, and if you're making the right choice with either choosing a different path or choosing to stay the path, or choosing to like accept some sort of offer. Yeah, with the Empress here as well, you could have even sort of like made this happen in some way, like something you did, because I'm thinking about how she's like pregnant and like births ideas and her creations like into the world. So it's making me think that like this could be something that was your idea that you brought into the world, and now you're having to sort of like solidify that, or now you're having to really stand by it, or make the decision like, okay, I choose you, Pikachu, I'm gonna go with this one instead of that thing over there. An example could be like if you are wanting to start your own business and go down a path of like entrepreneurship for something that you are very, very passionate about and like have been passionate about for a while. Deciding to like things are going well enough for you to be able to quit your day job to pursue this passion of yours. Yeah, with acceptance, there's this like, I don't know, there's just this sort of like knowing that's associated with the situation for you, that things are moving in this direction for a reason, and that you, while you know like kind of the inevitability of what's going to happen here, I also think that there could be an acceptance of like things could go either way, things could go awry, and then you'll just have to be okay with that. You'll have to be okay with like maneuvering and going with the flows and changes of life, and navigating that. But I also think you're very confident in your decision and in what you're wanting to do. Because there is like a level of pride, like whenever you create something and you're very, very proud of it, you want to like show it off to people. But perhaps you've been like waiting to show it off to people until the right moment, so that things don't get spoiled or go awry, or so that like other people don't have their opinions oh my god, what's the word I'm looking for? Negatively like interact with yours, like influence you. Yeah. There's a lot of like growth and expansion though that you're like kind of being pulled towards, that you're feeling like things feel really, really positive. Things feel really, really good. And I think overall you like trust that whatever outcome happens, it'll be for the best and it'll be really good for you as well. And that like you kind of trust that you'll be happy with it. no matter what. Yeah, okay, cool. I think that's it for the energy check. I think that's that. So if this does not sound like how you are feeling towards whatever situation you're asking about, I would check a different group. And if you don't find yourself in either of the other groups either, then this might not be a reading for you. So, yay! Let's get into it. So option A. Hey. So, I should have mentioned this in the intro. Please assign, like, in your brain what option A would be. If it's like a yes or no thing, then like option A is yes and then option B is no. Or if it's like an A or B thing, then assign like one thing to option A in your head and then option B as well, to make it easier for you to interpret, because I'm just going to be reading the cards for what it is. So, and I don't know like what you're choosing between. So, yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, let's get into it. So, their option A. For their option A, what happens if they choose that? What's the outcome? What do you expect? What will happen? My nose always gets so itchy when I read. It's so weird. Because, like, my nose does not itch this much. Otherwise, I kind of blame cat hair, but it could be anything. Okay. Ooh, Ace of Cups. The Empress. Okay, period. Me and my twin in them. What else? Okay, we have the Aftermath and the Two of Swords. This is a major arcana unique to this deck. It's like all about perspective and taking the phrase "nothing matters" and then saying it in a way that makes you feel the most settled. So you can be like nihilistic, you can be optimistic, you can be realistic. Whatever floats your freaking boat, you know? Can I get one more for option A? What happens if they choose option A? What's the result? Ooh, the World. Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and pull for option B too. What about option B? What happens if they choose option B? Interesting, we have the Wheel of Fortune. We've had cards from your energy check pop up for both. Okay, what happens if they choose option B? Two of Pentacles, Six of Wands, can I get two more? Two of Cups, and we have the Knight of Wands. So, okay, cool. We have 222, in case that's like a relevant angel number for anyone. Okay, cool. I kind of think I'll be happy with either one. So let's start with option A, with the Ace of Cups, the Empress, the Aftermath, Two of Swords, and the World. I think whatever you choose for whatever option A is, you'll be very, very satisfied. There's a lot of like that kind of vibe where you're just, it's what you expected and you're happy with the outcome happening like as you had planned it out. There's that level of like satisfaction there. I like smugness, but like in a good way, like I was right. happiness, like excitement. There's, with like the Ace of Cups, there's this sort of new beginning that's very, very promising, that you, like, it's your baby, feel this sort of emotional attachment to. Like, there's a lot of kind of overwhelming feelings. Like, you might find that you actually like become emotionally overwhelmed at times if you do choose option A, but it's because you're very happy and satisfied with the way things are playing out. It's like, yeah, like when you are so grateful for something and so happy that you start like tearing up a bit, and you're like, I'm just so glad like this is happening for me and that I have this in my life. It's kind of giving that a little bit. And with the World card as well, there's a lot of like success that'll come from that. Like, there's things in your life that are going to come to a close, like chapters in your life that are going to be packed away neatly and like tied up with a little bow. It's not going to be like a messy like ending. It's going to be very clean, very like good, I want to say healthy, where you'll be able to leave things and then pursue something new, pursue something refreshing, something like just nice and that feels really good, feels very you. You'll be able to like resonate deeply with it and know that like what you're doing is good, and the decisions that you've made to like get you to the place you are now are like perfect. Like, everything kind of worked out exactly the way it was supposed to. And with the World as well, like, you could be getting recognition, like a lot of praise, a lot of like congratulations, you know, a lot of people seeing what you're doing and then wanting to like talk to you about it, wanting to let you know like they're proud of you, they're excited for you, they can't wait to see like what this new chapter will unveil for you. Yeah, moving forward in a really positive direction. The Two of Swords, at times there could be these moments that crop up where you are sitting with yourself and wondering like, okay, well, everything's going really well. Did I make the right decision? Like, you won't want to get too comfortable, and so you'll start questioning things a little bit just to make sure that you're doing the right thing for you and for like the people in your life, if it affects them in some way. Yeah, trying to make sure that you are not only moving and taking action from a place of like, okay, well, this feels good to my intuition, but also of like what logically makes sense and what's logically feasible for you. And with the Aftermath, I kind of think there's also this realization that no matter what you pick, no matter what you choose from, no matter what happens to you, you will find a way to twist it and warp it to make it work for you. Like, you have that level of like manipulation to turn things into what they need to be for you, to work for you, to help you live the life that like you want to live, that feels good to you, that feels like comfortable for you. Yeah, like, manipulation isn't always a bad thing. It just is. How you use manipulation is what determines if it becomes good or bad. I'm talking manipulation in the sense of like the way ceramicists manipulate clay to like shape it and move it into pots, vases, pictures, you know, like whatever. Yeah. A lot of like satisfaction though. And I think you'll kind of like really enjoy the praise you get. Yeah, okay. So I think that's actually, it could also give you like the opportunity to travel perhaps, or maybe there's more like vacation time, more time to just get out and explore and see what's around you. Especially if it is like an entrepreneur thing and you're getting to make your own schedule, then you'll be able to like more easily pencil in vacations, sort of. Yeah. Okay. And then for option B, we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Two of Pentacles, Six of Wands, and the Two of Cups. So, with the Two of Pentacles, like, it feels like there's still multiple things going on. Like, you are navigating multiple things at one time, you're juggling multiple things at one time, but being able to do so well, still getting recognition, still getting praise, still getting validation, still people looking at what you're doing and going like, that's fucking sick. That's really cool. Like, being really into what you're doing. It just feels like, I don't know, like you're doing like both. I don't know what that means for you, but like you're doing both. There's a phrase that's like coming through, especially like the Two of Pentacles, like multitasking. And with the Wheel of Fortune, that's like good things coming your direction, positive things moving your way, things again like working out for you, even if it didn't work out the way maybe you were expecting with like option A, things still move in your direction in a way that makes it easy to continue doing what you like to do, continue doing what you love to do. Yeah. And with the Two of Cups, there could be someone who you like meet or who you already know perhaps. I'm kind of leaning more towards like a new person though, who helps you to like this sounds cheesy, but like make your dreams come true, who helps you to cross everything off your to-do list. I'm also reading like a bucket list, if this is like, if you have career stuff like on your bucket list. No, my nail is peeling. That's okay. Yeah, and then that like could fuel you with more passion, drive, desire to keep doing what you're doing and like grow and succeed. Change with the seasons, like let things move and flow in the direction that is like most natural. Like I'm seeing like a big river like moving, like there's a lot of momentum and progress that you can't really stop unless you're a beaver and you build your little beaver dam. But I don't think you're a beaver if you're watching this. I think you're probably a person. So yeah, there's still like a pride in what you're doing. Like no matter what you do, things work out. No matter what you do, you're getting done what you want to get done and what needs to get done. I kind of think this is something that like you are like destined for, I suppose, in a sense that all roads lead to Rome. Like the universe is making sure that it works out for you, no matter what you choose. It's kind of the illusion of choice, where you can choose option A or option B. Either way, you still end up at like the same door. It's just a different way of, like, it's either like a more direct way of getting there or a more like windy way of getting there. Option A would be more direct, option B would be more windy, but you'd meet like good people. There'd be like, you wouldn't lose like motivation to keep creating, to keep doing what you're doing. Not that I think you would lose motivation at option A, but I think that Two of Swords could provide some pause where you like hesitate, like have to sit a bit and like question things, whereas with option B, there is no hesitation, there is no questioning. It's still like, okay, like, well, I know what I want, I know what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna do it regardless. So if anything, it just like confirms things for you, that you're on the right path and you're doing exactly what's like meant for you. Cool. Cool. Okay, so that's that. I hope that was helpful and informative. Let me get, hold on, wait. Okay, sorry, I had to get a different deck, but when I film from like the waist up, I'm presentable, and then I have like my lounge shorts on, which I don't want to show YouTube, so okay, we're gonna be using the Essential Oils Oracle, because this is like my favorite deck for advice. I use it a lot. It's just like really good, and it hits like all the right spots. How many cards are in here? Are there 80? 78. Okay. So, what advice would be good to keep in mind for pile one as they navigate this situation? What advice would be good for them to keep in mind as they navigate this? Oh. We have the root chakra with earthly. Trigger statement: I hate my body. True statement: my body is a temple. My body is my temple, period. Remember that you are a spiritual being having an earthly experience. Revere your loyal, sacred body. I think this is more so like, don't neglect your like physical needs in pursuit of whatever this is. Like, have your 2 square meals a day, 2 at least. 3 is preferable, 2 at least. I just have 2, so I can't really, I don't want to be a hypocrite. Drink enough water, get enough rest, and rest isn't just sleep, although please get enough sleep. Rest is also like, if your brain is foggy and you can't think, you can't like, you're having a hard time like paying attention to what you're doing, hey, that's a sign that you need a brain break. Give yourself a brain break. Stare at a wall for a bit. Lay in bed without like sleeping, just like rest. Like, that's resting. That's peak resting. Don't neglect your body in pursuit of whatever this is, because that's what's giving you whatever this is. Like, that's how you are able to do all of this, is because your body is like the vessel of which that's carrying everything out, you know? So this is the crown chakra. Trigger statement: what is the point of it all? True statement: I am special, and you are. You have a unique place in this world with gifts and talents that only you can provide. Use your connection with the divine to share them. Period. I think that's more of like a, yeah, just like something to keep in mind. Like, you're being led down this path like for a reason. Trust that, and then keep moving forward. Hello, Figly. I love you, Fig. Okay. And then we have the, is that the throat chakra? Or is it like the, that's the third eye. Third eye chakra with trigger statement with, okay, shielded. Trigger statement: I'm under attack. True statement: I am strong. You will clearly see what you are taking on from outside influences and release. Your energetic boundaries are fortified. And on the bottom we have self-worth with the solar plexus. Trigger statement: I am disgusting. True statement: I am a miracle. Please be gentle and love yourself. Provide your body mind with what it truly needs to carry you on your journey. Exactly, like 3 square meals a day. With like I'm under attack one, I think that has to do with like other people probably projecting their ideas of what needs to be done or like what's best for you onto you. Don't take it personally. Don't like let that shit bounce off of you, because clearly you are just moving in the right direction. No matter what direction it is, it's gonna keep like putting you exactly where you need to be. So trust that more than anything, and you'll be fucking set. Like, you'll be good to go. So, yeah, I think that's all I have for you, pile one. So, thank you so much for joining me for your reading. I really, really appreciate it. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this reading. If you enjoy how I read, you can join the Bone Dead Club, aka subscribing. We have fun here. It's good. I upload every Saturday. I do. I do now. So yeah. You can also check me out on Patreon. I post like little kind of daily horoscopes, but tarot version, card of the day. We do that over on Patreon, and where it's like more in depth than what I post on Instagram and TikTok. And then I do weekly spreads to see what's going on in the week ahead for you guys. And then I do the monthly readings as well on Patreon. I don't upload monthly readings here on YouTube. I do it on Patreon because that's a Patreon treat. Amongst many other things that I post on there. I also post exclusive pick-a cards. There's a lot. I do a lot there, and it's a really good price. It's like $5 for all that and a bag of chips. Yeah, you can also check out my tarot and oracle deck. This is my tarot deck that I made, the Bone Dead Tarot. It's really cool. I'm extremely biased. You should check it out. That'll be linked down below. You can also book a personal reading. Those will be linked down below. And you can follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Bone Dead Tarot on both platforms. I post really fun tarot stuff there too. So, yeah, that's all I have. Thanks for joining me for your reading. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, or night whenever you're watching. Bye. High up 2 if you chose the little sleeping puppy. I think that's gonna be a reading. Isn't she adorable? I love her so much. She goes right there. So for your reading, we are gonna do an energy check to see how you're feeling towards the situation that you're asking about, to make sure that the reading is for you. So if it doesn't sound like yes, that is how I'm feeling towards the situation, you're so right, then I would pick a different group. I would pick a different reading, and then if you're still not finding yourself there might just not be a reading here for you. Don't force anything if it's not fitting, you know. And then we'll get into tarot to see option A versus option B. And when we get to that point, be sure to assign what option A would be for you and then what option B would be for you, so that we know like what's what, how that's going down, how that's working. And then we'll close with some advice. So, yeah, yay! That's all I have. And then, for the intro at least, and then let's go ahead and get into your reading. So, for your reading, for the energy check of how you're feeling towards the situation, we have animals. Yeah, I'm feeling animals about the situation. And then we have communication with the 3rd house. Thoughts, socializing, communication style, learning, the mind, early education, siblings, interests, short trips, and language. And then success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. Period. Then we have prosperity begins, which is the Ace of Pentacles. Pentacles. And then we have the Magician. Slay. Okay. I'm actually gonna do that. Okay, cool. I think you're feeling pretty good about the situation overall. You are probably here mostly for like maybe like extra clarification or to like reaffirm that what's good is good. Maybe just like extra information, that sort of thing, as opposed to like, what do I do? Cause like with the third house, success, the magician, success and magician especially, there we go, are very like confident, very sure. I think you're feeling pretty confident, pretty sure of yourself. You know what you're doing. With animals, maybe this has to do with animals, or we can go like animal instinct, and you have just this sort of like gut feeling, like inner knowing that whatever's going down, whatever's happening is pushing you in the right direction and moving you in the right direction, and that whatever happens, there like will be new beginnings, there will be prosperity, like abundance that is born, and it's just gonna be really, really nice. I don't know. It could even like verify for you your like manifestation abilities, or if you work with animal spirits perhaps, or oh, pause. No, let me finish. Let me finish. Or if you work with like deities or your guides or whatever, it could be confirmation that like working with them is working, that things are like moving in your favor. Like you ask them like, hey, it would be really cool if this happened for me, I think it'd go really well. And then your guides are like, absolutely, absolutely. Let's get this going, let's get it rolling. And then it works out, and then you're like, oh my god, I literally do have such a good connection with my guides. Like, ugh, this is the proof. Or, fuck, what was it? Oh, with animals, you could be seeing like certain animals as confirmation that things are moving in the right direction. Swans are coming through in particular. There could be like a specific dog breed that maybe you don't see like very, very often, but all of a sudden like you're seeing it fucking everywhere. Is there anything else that's coming through? Arachnids, spiders. I like don't really fuck with spiders. If they're small, that's fine. They're small, that's fine. Dude, I saw, off topic, huge like spiders that are, hey, the size of a Volkswagen bug in Australia or something. I think that should be illegal. I think that's evil. I think that's horrible. Anyway, is there anything else for how they're feeling? Maybe you've like thought this through quite a bit, especially with like the magician being related to Mercury and like third house communication. You probably thought this through like a lot. Sorry, I got what I thought was a concerning email, but we're actually all good. Okay. I think that's it for the energy check. So if that does not sound like you, I'd pick a different group. Hello, Fig. Goodbye, Fig. So let's get into the tarot. Be sure to assign what option A is for you and what option B is for you. Let's take a few moments and do that. Option A, setting the intention for option A. Swag. Option B, setting the intention for option B. Period. Okay, great. Thank you so much. So, option A. If they go with option A, how will that bode for them? How will that go for them? What the results? What the results? Well, what the hell? The magician! Literally, that's awesome. Okay, what else? I love when that happens. That also happened to group 1, which is really cool. We have the Fool. If group 2, oh, okay. We have the Tower. Awesome. Period. Who doesn't love the Tower? I like the Tower. Knight of Cups. And then, can I get one more, please? Oh, hello. Oh, the 10 of Swords. Okay. Option B. If we go with option B, how would that go? That shit flew. The Hierophant. Oh, okay, we have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Love when it's in reverse. The 2 of Wands. Okay, we have the King of Cups in reverse. And the 3 of Cups. Okay, cool. So, okay. I kind of want to talk about option B first. I'm kind of getting like pulled toward that one mostly. So if you go with option B, I think there's going to be a level of, with like the Hierophant and the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, a level of like stability to it that feels pretty gratifying, that feels really reassuring, that feels good. Like, yes, I'm making the right decision. It might be perhaps also with the Hierophant like a more traditional decision, or more traditional choice to go with, or there might be more like societal expectations tied to it, or it could even be like a more conservative choice, not politically, but like in the other sense of the word. Yeah, I do think though with the King of Cups in reverse and like the 2 of Wands, there's the level of like emotions having to be repressed a little bit. But I think it's because things like aren't quite allowed to move yet, aren't quite allowed to like get up off the ground, get rolling. Because with the 2 of Wands, like there's still things that need to be planned out. There's still steps that need to be taken. Perhaps even like it could be the more financially conservative option. I do though think with the 3 of Cups, perhaps you could have friends who are like, yes, yay, you want option B, like I'm so glad, I'm so glad, I'm so glad. Maybe they'll get to like see you more. Yeah, like I'm so glad I get to see you more. That's so exciting, I'm so happy, I can't wait to hang out with you more often, or something like that. That's coming through. But with the 2 of Wands, it's like there's more planning that needs to be done, there's more like organizing that needs to happen, more like scoping the situation out before you can really put your foot in the door. And I think that's kind of where like the emotional repression comes in, because there's a lot of excitement that you want to feel, and perhaps there's like emotional ties that you have toward like option A or something, but then, you know, I want to say you have to go with option B if things unravel that way, and then it'll all like work itself out eventually. It's just going to take more time, and you might feel like a little bummed or like a little upset because maybe you had emotionally invested in what option A is, and then like if you pick option B, then clearly things didn't work out with option A. So there'll be like a level of like, it's more like bummed, like, well, that didn't go how I wanted it to. That kind of stinks. Oh well, moving on, I guess. But the people around you will be really excited and really like happy that you're going with option B. There could be like a party. I'm hearing the phrase like going away party, so if that has to do with like moving or picking a different job in like a different area, there could be that. Or if you're choosing to stay, then if that's like what option B is for you, then there could be like a party held for that in place of what would have been a going away party. Yeah. There is a nice sense of community that comes with choosing option B though. Especially with like, again, 3 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Like, you're not feeling isolated. You're not feeling like out on your own, stuck in the middle of nowhere. I think that you'll have a good sense of community and like friendship with option B that you might not have necessarily been able to fully get with option A like quite yet, or like as easily, as like readily available, something like that. And you could have, yeah, like all of the books in the Hierophant card, it's like there might just be more research that needs to be done before, and to like aid in like the planning and understanding of like where you're going, what you're doing, before you can get a move on it. Yeah, okay, so that's option B for you. Let's look at option A. So, okay. We have the Tower. We have the 10 of Swords. We also have the Fool, the Magician, the Knight of Cups. Okay. So, there could be perhaps a sense of like romanticizing option A a little bit, where maybe choosing option A, there's a feeling of it being like with the way things would move with that, things would be very sudden, jarring, out of nowhere, maybe not like out of nowhere, but sudden and jarring, and could feel potentially like very, very destabilizing for you, but it's like all of it's like happening to you as a direct result of the choices you have made, like leading up to this point. It's kind of self-induced in a way. With the Fool, like, I want to say like you could potentially be taking action like way before it's ready, right? Way before it's time, like kind of prematurely, like you're rushing into it, you're just very, very excited about it, very into it, very like obsessed with the idea of whatever this is, and attached to it and like romanticizing it a bit. And so with the Fool, there's like a kind of a sense of naivety there, kind of a sense of not knowing what you're diving into, but saying fuck it, we ball, and diving into it anyway. Yeah, which with the Tower and like the 10 of Swords, I think could potentially, most likely, get you into a bit of trouble. Because like, look at these figures, dog. Like, they are not having a good time. Actively in pain, actively suffering. I'm not gonna sugarcoat things for you because, hey, that would make me a bad reader. That would make me bad at my job. And I don't want to like tell you what you want to hear, because also that would make me really bad at my job. So I think like choosing option A, it might like blow up in your face a little bit. By a little, I mean a lot, because the Ten of Swords and the Tower are really something. You know, they're really something. The Ten of Swords is like betrayal, grief, endings, but like endings in a way where it's like, that sucks, that was really painful, that really hurts, now I have to go pick up all of my pieces and figure out how to put them together in a way that like wasn't like before, because before it didn't work out. Yeah, I kind of do think that like you're being pushed like in this direction for a reason, you're being given these ideas for a reason, but I would just make sure not to preemptively act, or like prematurely, that one, not preemptively, prematurely act before doing all of the research, making all of the plans, like maybe getting a couple different opinions of like, hey, I think this would be really good for me, what do you think? Then it's like, I think it'd be good for you too, I just think you need more time to like sit with it and see how you feel about it. Yeah. Because like with the Magician and the Tower, to me it's like the Magician is like, okay, I'm gonna cast this spell and it's gonna be really awesome, and then all of a sudden this lightning fucking comes down as a result of casting the spell, and then causes a lot of wreckage, a lot of shit to go down and happen. And then the Magician looks at his spell book and he's like, oh, I forgot an ingredient and I read that one wrong. And also I'm supposed to do this on a Tuesday where it's a full moon in Leo, and it's definitely quarter moon in Aquarius right now. like there's just these like reading between the lines that needs to happen, reading the fine print that needs to happen, double checking, like don't start a recipe before you've read through the recipe. Otherwise, like not just the ingredients list for the recipe, but like the recipe itself. Otherwise, like you could end up like with a half-baked something, or something needed to have been made beforehand and now you're already like halfway through something and you're like, well fuck, it's been 2 hours and I can't finish this because I didn't prep that. I should have read the recipe. It's kind of giving that. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm hearing, damn, I don't know the last time I watched The Lion King, but Scar sing his song, like, Be Prepared. I just think maybe there's, like, more preparation that needs to happen before, action can be taken without, like, shooting yourself in the foot. So, yeah, okay. I think that's all for that. For option A, option B. So let's go ahead and get into the advice portion of our reading, and then that'll be that. That'll be it. So, what advice do we have for pile 2? What time is it? 4:06. What time? No, what advice do we have for pile 2? I thought it might have been like 4:04, and then I would have been like, angel number 4, or 4:04, like 4:04. Anyway. Passion with What chakra is that? Is that sacral? What are you? Ha! Sacral. I'm good at what I do. Trigger statement, I am scared. True statement, when I'm vulnerable, I'm at my strongest. Reconnect with your feminine energy and pursue something that ignites your fire. Open the gates of your fortress and explore. With Jasmine, the flower. Disney movies or like Aladdin could be significant, because I'm also thinking like The Lion King is a Disney movie, you know. I think like for this one, allowing yourself to be honest with yourself of like cause and effect of like what would happen, instead of just like biting the bullet and diving into something, you would have to be vulnerable with that, and you'd have to like admit that like, hey, maybe you're doing something that could like be scary, and then operating from there instead of like diving headfirst into something. Yeah, okay. What other advice do we have for pile 2? We have the solar plexus with evolution. Things will never change is the trigger statement, and the true statement is I attract only what is for my highest good. The imbalances in relationships that have been keeping you down are no longer needed. You are ready to transform. I think like things changing, things moving, things transforming like is on its way to you. I just think it's going to like unfortunately take a bit more time than you were hoping. I think it's something that needs to be measured action instead of like spontaneous action. What else? Solar plexus again with presence. Trigger statement, why did this happen to me? True statement, how did this happen for me? Know that you are the star of your life, my dear. You are the lead and the audience is here for you. Yeah. Protagonists always meet some sort of like roadblock or something that gets in the way of them achieving their goal, and it takes like thinking and the power of friendship, of course, to get through that. And that's not always a bad thing. Sometimes it's really, really good. So, bottom of the deck, we have the heart chakra with empowered. Trigger statement, I don't want to be here. True statement, I'm exactly where I need to be. You are ready to allow the energy from the divine and Mother Earth to fuel you as you fulfill your potential here. So, pile 2, I think that's all I have for you. Yay! Thanks so much for joining me for your reading and letting me read for you. I really, really appreciate it. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this reading, if you enjoy how I read. Would love to have you here in the Bonded Club, so subscribe if you want to. You can also check out my Patreon. We do a lot over there. We do a lot. I have daily readings to see how your day's gonna go, card of the day, and then we do weekly readings where we see how the week ahead is gonna go, and then we do monthly readings to see how the month ahead is gonna go. Pick a card readings on top of that. Lot of stuff. I make a spread every month. There's a lot of good stuff over there if you want to hang out, if you want to join. You can also check out my tarot and oracle deck. This is my tarot deck. I made it. It's the Bonded Tarot. You can check it out. Link will be down below. You can also book a personal reading if you want to. That'll be linked down below as well. And you can follow me over on TikTok and Instagram at Bonded Tarot. I post a lot of fun stuff. So, yeah, that's all I have. Thanks for trusting me to read for you. I really appreciate it. And I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, or night whenever you're watching. Bye! Hi, pile 3, if you chose. Where she is. Frankie! Look at her, she's so freaking cute! This is gonna be a reading. I'll put her over here. Cool. So I went ahead and pre-shuffled all of the oracle cards and the singular tarot card that we're going to be using for your energy check to see how you're feeling about whatever situation it is that you're asking about, so that we can make sure that this reading is for you. So if that doesn't sound like how you're feeling about whatever it is that you're asking about, I would check a different group. And if you don't find yourself in either of those groups either, wow, I don't know, I'm out of breath, man. There just might not be like a reading for you here, which is fine and chill, and that happens. So, yeah, after we do that, we're gonna do the tarot to see like what happens if you choose option A, what happens if you choose option B, to see like if one is clearly more favorable than the other, and then we'll get some advice to see what's something good to keep in mind as you navigate this. So let's go ahead and hop into your reading. Yay. Okay, first we have Earth with lessons. Reorientation, awareness, 3D experience, schooling, duality, human condition, reality, practicality, physical body, nature, stability, and mission. Earth. Okay, and then we have loneliness. I know that I am never alone. Transformation. Rest and rejuvenate, which is the Four of Swords. And then we have the Nine of Swords. Are you good? Are you okay? Smooth criminal, Michael Jackson. Okay, Annie, are you okay? You know? Okay. Okay. So, for how you're feeling about the situation, it's kind of like mixed emotions. There's a feeling of like, okay, well, you know, like once I go through this, you know, whatever it is, like I'll be changed. I'll be different. It'll be for the better. I have, you know, I'm in my cocoon right now, and that's good. When you're in the cocoon, things are goop and it's scary, but then you come out as a butterfly and everything's okay and everything's cool. Or moth. You could also be a moth. That'd be cool. Not a Luna moth though, because they don't have mouths and they live for like 2 days and then they die. Unless you're chill with that, in which then what a beautiful fleeting life, you know? Okay. And then there's also feelings of like, wow, this is really scary. Wow, this is kind of terrifying. Wow, I'm overthinking to hell and back. This is crazy. Ah. And then there's, actually, maybe everything will be okay. Actually, like, if I just chill, like, everything will be good. Everything will be fine. Everything will, like, go away. Maybe. And then with, like, loneliness, it's like a combo of, okay, well, I think it's mostly, like, I don't have to go about this alone. Like, I can ask people for help. That's a thing that people do. It is. I can ask for help. And then with Earth, that's also kind of like ties in with the transformation of like, I'll come out the other side better for this. Everything's okay. I'm good. Everything's fine. I'll be okay. So, it's kind of fun, kind of exciting, thrilling, you know, thriller. Damn, Michael Jackson, is he relevant for you guys? Why does he keep coming through? I'm also thinking Dirty Diana. I love that song. I had a phase in 8th grade where I would just listen to that song like all the fucking time. I'd be like, yeah, Dirty Diana. Yes. He was fully like passed away by that point. Anyway, there's also like a lot of blue here, so I'm kind of thinking that like maybe using like verbal affirmations to reassure yourself for whatever the situation is would actually be like really, really helpful. Like looking in the mirror and going like, you are okay. I'm thinking of this meme that I don't know where it's from, but it's this guy like looking in the mirror and he's like, you are normal. You are fucking normal. It's kind of giving that. We're kind of giving that, guys. Are you okay? So, like, yeah, there's a lot of, like, mixed feelings. There could be days where you're feeling like, okay, let me like sleep on this, let me see how we're feeling, let me also ignore it completely, and maybe it'll go away and maybe it'll be fine. Like, it'll be okay, it'll be fine. Right? And then there's also like the full acknowledgement that will happen where you're like, okay, this is actually a lot, this is actually like a really big shift. I will be okay, I will be fine. That's like your mantra, I think. I'll be okay, I'll be fine. Like that, I feel, is probably just what keeps repeating in your head over and over and over again as like whatever this looming situation is like draws nearer. Yeah, there's a lot of like, again, like anxiety, overthinking. Hopefully you're not having like any like panic attacks or anything over this situation. That would fucking suck. I hope you're not. I hope you're not. If you are, I don't know what tools are good for panic attacks other than hydroxyzine. That's my girl. I love her. Like she's basically Benadryl. Can't be panicking if you're sleepy. People do like the 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 20 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell. I don't know that whole process, but it's like the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 thing with like your senses to help ground you, which maybe grounding has been like sort of an issue for you. Maybe it's like you're able to get like partially the way there and then things just start like bubbling up again, and then it's like, ugh, I can't stay there, I can't stay grounded. Like you touch down for a second and then it's like lift off again. Ooh, hey, what's going on? Yeah, okay. It's like a lot. It's a lot. I think I've touched on enough for how you're feeling about the situation, because like what aren't you feeling about the situation other than like secure and good? Those have number 4, number 9. Those could be relevant numbers to you in the situation, perhaps. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into the tarot and see what happens if you pick option A. What happens if you pick option B? That was a bad shuffle. There we go. So, oh, hey, by the way, this is important. For this part of the reading, please assign whatever it is to option A. Whatever your option A, whatever option A is to you, assign that and then beam it into my brain. Thank you so much. And then do the same thing with option B. Option B, assign that and then beam it into my brain, and then I catch it from the past because tarot's cool and that works. Somehow, I can't explain it, but hey, it does. And then I'll read for you, and then I'll channel, yay! Okay. So, let's take a moment like option A. Oh, we're beaming it to Beth's brain. This is so cool. Option A. Swag. Okay. Option B. We're beaming it into Beth's brain. This is so cool and awesome. Option B. Period. Okay. So, for what happens for option A, what's the outcome if option A happens for group 3? What's the lowdown? Ugh, itchy, itchy, itchy. Ah, 10 of Pentacles, period. 2 of Cups, that's so cool. Actually, like, I love the 2 of Cups. Like, I actually love the 2 of Cups. Okay, well, alright. So, we also have the 3 of Swords. So we have the 3 of Swords and the Knight of Swords. And then one more. And then the 5 of Pentacles. Okay. Option B. Option B. What happens if Group 3 chooses option B. Okay, we have the Page of Pentacles. I had like a little fear that I wasn't filming. That was scary. Okay. Option B. Okay, we have the Ace of Swords and the Aftermath, which is a unique major arcana to this deck. Which, by the way, hey, if you like this deck, I heard the creator of it's really cool. I heard she's really swagged the fuck out, and you should definitely check it out. It's me, I made it. What happens if group 3 chooses option B? Two of Wands. Right, one more, please. The Fool. Period. We do have the Nine of Cups on the bottom. I haven't really been reading the bottom of the deck, but I will for you. Just for you. I kind of like, this is kind of a reassurance to me that no matter what happens, you'll be good, you'll be happy, you'll be getting what you want. Like, the Nine of Cups is all about wish fulfillment and like yay, everything's happening for me, like yay, I'm getting what I want. It's like your genie moment, like you have 9 wishes and then they all happen for you, but not in a way where the genie's like, I'm gonna fuck with this guy. It's in a way where the genie is your friend and genuinely wants the best for you. So that's nice, that's reassuring. Okay, I want to say with option A, there would be a lot of like family support. It might occasionally, it's interesting. There's kind of a lot of contradicting energy in option A, because I want to say like there's a lot of family support and support from like loved ones, friends, like romantic partners if you got one. And they're like, you can do it, group 3, like you're awesome and you are so good at what you do, and whatever you're picking here, you're gonna be great at it. But dude, I think the self-doubt with this one is like crippling. Like to the point where if you started going to therapy, if you're not already in therapy, that would probably really help for helping with like self-image. Just because like with the 3 of Swords, to me it kind of looks like he's looking in the mirror a little bit and he's like, fuck, how did I get here? What am I doing? And then the 5 of Pentacles feels kind of lonely and isolated. The 5 of Pentacles can also talk about like ill health. So if this is related to like work or something where that it would be, whoa, words. Something where something where it would be strenuous. Holy shit, don't know why that was so hard. It could leave you feeling kind of ill or like unwell, like the way stress makes you sick. Kind of like that. With the Knight of Swords, there could also be like a lot of like rushing to make a decision when it comes to option A. Like kind of moving from a place of like panic and like everyone around you is giving you support, and so you're like, I guess I have to do it now, like I guess I have to do it now, everyone's expecting me to do this now. There could be a lot of like external pressure, which is causing internal fright. Yeah, but it's like you have the support of your family, but it's like you don't want to go to other people for help because this should be something you can do on your own. Which makes sense because we had the loneliness card and it's like, I can ask for help. I can. You can. You should. It is good for you. Community. Isn't that the sign for it? I took sign language in high school. I know what I'm talking about. Sort of. But like build your community though, for real. Allow yourself to use communal resources and get communal help. Because like if you like helping people, if you like being there for people, if people ask you for help and you're like, I'm there for you, then what the hell? Why aren't we reciprocating that? Riddle me this, group 3. Why aren't we reciprocating that energy? Yeah, I do think potentially like you could meet some good people who help you out along the way, who like try to help you out along the way, who like want to help you out along the way, but you have to let them. And with the 3 of Swords, potentially there could be something that's like disappointing, or that like makes you feel like you were led in the wrong direction, or like led astray, or something that goes wrong where you are upset over it. And maybe that's where like that isolation comes from, where like something goes wrong, you make a mistake, whatever, and then you isolate, and then the whatever mistake was made like can't be fixed now because you're not asking for help, because you have just decided to let it rot, as opposed to let other people know, oops, I fucked up, can you help me out? Like you're digging yourself a hole and then going like, I'll probably be down there later, let me try this out real quick though, and then you try it out and you're like, fuck, okay, well guys, that's fucked, that didn't work out, see you later, I'm gonna go crawl in my hole and like die. And then people are like, oh, do you need help? And you're like already like climbing a ladder down there and then shooting the ladder up so that you can't leave. I'm thinking about if you've seen Gachiakta, Zonka, not to like spoil anything, this isn't really a spoiler, but like Zonka, him and his hole when Engine first finds him, that's kind of the vibe. Like that's kind of it. There could be a lot of high expectations that you set for yourself and that other people have set for you, and then maybe you fall a bit flat, a bit short, and then it's like, cool, I have to disappear now, I guess. Wrong. Boo, don't do that. Just ask for help. Okay, that's option A. And that's not me telling you like, don't choose option A because it's gonna be horrible. That's me saying, if you choose option A, be sure not to try to do everything on your own, because that's a impossible, like inhuman task. Option B, we have the Page of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, the Aftermath, the Two of Wands, the Fool. Okay, cool. Option B looks good. Option B looks nice. Option B is like, I burped, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Option B is you doing a lot of studying, you doing a lot of preparation, not allowing yourself to dive into something blind, allowing yourself to take the time you need to figure out what the hell is going on, and what you're doing, so that, especially if it's something that you are completely like new to, completely green to, I'm just not green enough. That's also from that's also from Gachiakta. Shout out the Gachi fans. But you are like very green at something, and you have to take an approach to this knowing that you don't know a lot, and so you have to learn about it. You can't just automatically learn something. Like I'm not gonna learn an entire new language in like a month. That's impossible. Unless you are a freak of like educational nature, in which then you are the exception in that sense. But in every other sense, maybe not. I don't know. So give yourself some grace. With the Aftermath, that's all about perspective. I think if you choose option B, there's going to be a perspective shift, inherently that happens, that leaves you feeling like, oh my god, like much more calm, rested, reassured, sure of yourself. Like, damn. I feel like I've been going like a million miles an hour, a little bit, throughout your reading, and then I get to the Aftermath and I'm like, actually I can breathe. Actually, I can talk at a normal pace. Who would have fucking guessed that one? Taking your time to get to know something, allowing like information to be presented to you before making a decision on something, I think would be really, really helpful. Allowing yourself to get all the facts, allowing yourself to know the history, the knowledge, the fun facts, the like tidbits, you know, behind the scenes information, all of that, and then gathering it and then synthesizing it and then sitting with it and then going from there and then allowing yourself to dive into something new, something fresh. And it's not completely like this. The Fool is naive. The Fool just does shit. But the Fool in this deck is a much more cautious Fool than your typical Fool. He's looking where he's going. He's being careful, but he still has that very apparent curiosity and like insatiable need to explore, get out there, know what the hell is out there and like going on. Even if it's dangerous, even if maybe he breaks a few bones along the way, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. Just put it in like a splint or whatever, cast, and then keep moving, keep rolling. Now I'm hearing the song Rollin' by Limp Bizkit. Period. Yeah! Which makes me think, no, what's that show called? With Dante and then the female lead where she swore like a 12-year-old boy who just learned the word fuck. Oh my god. I can't remember what it's called. It's okay. Whatever. If you don't want to be filled with anxiety and with like a crushing fear of what if I fail, peace and love. This is just my 2 cents. You don't have to listen to me. Obviously, but like a peace and love, I would pick option B, option 2, option duh, option dos. I would go with that. I think it'll leave you feeling much more secure, much more like in your shit, you know, like you have the ability to explore rather than just needing to like shoot yourself down a path and go with that, and then not being allowed to turn around, not being allowed to look back, not being able to question yourself. Yeah, so okay. So that's all I have for that part of your reading. Now, yay, let's get into the advice bit. Yeah, okay, so what is something pile 3 can keep in mind as they navigate this situation? What is something pile 3 can keep in mind as they navigate this situation? We have the third eye chakra with purification. Ooh, this is literally perfect. Okay, sorry, I got really excited. Trigger statement, their opinion matters to me. True statement, I see things in a new way. That's literally what the whole reading was. Because we had like everyone's opinion over in option A. It's like, you can do anything, we believe in you, which is great. Like, it's so nice to have that uplifting, you know, positive like support, but also potentially like it applies pressure to you. And then we had the aftermath over in option B, which is literally seeing things in a new way. I love this deck. It's always so perfect. As you release external influences and energy, you will become clear with regard to what is needed. Literally. Okay, what else? Okay, cool. We have the solar plexus with confidence. Trigger statement, I can't do that. True statement, I am a light. Step 4. Me when I'm Kira. Okay. Step forward and be the bright light that you are. Serve your purpose to the world by sharing your amazing gifts. Exactly. Like, believe in yourself. Give yourself the space to explore what it means to believe in yourself so that you can. And then we also have the sacral chakra once again with trust. Trigger statement, what if something happens? True statement, I take my hands off the wheel. You are not alone. I know that I'm never alone. Oh, I love this reading. The universe is working with you. Relax and enjoy the adventure. What an adventure. I love this reading. I hope it was helpful. That's all I have for you. Yay! Okay, yeah, that's all I have. So, thanks for trusting me to read for you. I really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun with this one. Also, your energy is just really fun. Like, is it a little chaotic? Yes. That's just because it's what you're going through right now, though. But it's really great. So, yeah, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this reading, if you enjoy how I read. Would love to have you part of the Bonded Club. The Bonded Club is just you subscribing. Options there. I don't know. You could just try it out. And then you can also check out the Patreon if you want to. I post a lot of stuff there. We do daily readings to see like how your day's gonna go, which is like, it's card of the day, but like expanded edition over on Patreon. And then we do week ahead spreads to see like how your week ahead is gonna go for everyone. And then we do monthly readings over on Patreon. I don't do monthly readings here on YouTube. That's a Patreon exclusive. And then I also upload, you know, pick a card readings that are Patreon exclusives and like different topics there as well. There's a lot of good stuff over on Patreon. It's like $5 if you want to check it out, if you want to hang out, that'd be really cool. You can also check out my tarot and oracle deck. This is my tarot deck. I made it. I told you that, I think. But yeah, it's cool. It's fun. It's the Bonded Tarot. I love her. I'm extremely biased. She's my baby. What else? Oh, you can book a personal reading with me. That'll be linked down below. So will this be, and the oracle deck I made, the Childlike Wonders Oracle. And then you can follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Bonded Tarot. I post a lot of fun stuff. I do readings, I do like silly tarot things, and other stuff. It's fun, it's cool. So that's all I have for you. Also, technically I have a Facebook. I don't really use it though. Anyway, that's all I have for you. So thanks for hanging out, thanks for joining, thanks for letting me read for you. I really, really appreciate it. I hope this read made sense and was helpful. And then you have a good morning, afternoon, or night whenever you're watching. Bye!